That's Gus. I've got Gus hooked up to the tailgate, to the trailer hitch of the truck with this leash, and he is, come here, Gus. Come here, boy. It's our anniversary. Black Beauty and I. It was 4 years ago, right around this day, that after being more than encouraged by Felicia to go buy a new bike, I went reluctantly, I might add, to Harley Davidson of Pensacola, and after a day long, from 10 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening, was that 7 hours? Negotiating, haggling, and I bought this bike. It really wasn't that happy of a day for me because I loved the bike I had. I had an 08 Electra Glide Classic, and it was a beautiful blue bike with chrome, lots of chrome. And Felicia had began to talk to me about getting a new bike because she rides with me. We go on trips. At least we did. We hadn't been on one in a while. And she said, I just want to know that when I go on trips with you on the bike, that I'm on a reliable bike. And I told her, I said, there's nothing wrong with this bike. But anyway, I bought this bike. I didn't take my 08 with me the day I did the negotiating. And so they brought Black Beauty to the house with a trailer and then picked up the 08. And it was really an emotional day for me. But hey, that was 4 years ago. Honestly, I love this bike. I wished I had the 08. I wish I still had the 08. I'm still paying for this thing 4 years later. I'm getting there, but 4 years later, I'm still paying for this thing. And so the 08 paid for. But anyway, this is our anniversary. Black Beauty has about a little over 27,000 miles on it, which is just a little less than 7,000 miles a year. And haven't made a lot of changes to it. I did put on the Reinhardt slip-ons. That's the first thing I did to the bike that added anything to it at all was those 4.5-inch Reinhardt slip-ons. And that's the only thing that I've done to the bike that would have anything to do with the mechanical side of the bike, or those slip-ons. I have added some lighting. I added some custom dynamics filler lights, some custom dynamics bag lights, low profile bag lights, and I added a custom dynamic LED low profile tail light. Got rid of that big honking thing that was on there. And as far as lighting, that's all I've done. I want a new headlight, but I just haven't been able to do that. Haven't been able to pull the trigger on that. And so I want a new, I would really like a new headlight. Other than those things, I did add 2 Zero 3D cup holders, what they call the big butt. I can't use the other word. I'll get my mouth washed out with soap. The big butt cup holders, one for the rider and one for the passenger. We use them a lot. Felicia, she's always got this big giant mug of water, lemon water. She may have 3 or 4 different things mixed together, but she's always got it on the bike. I often have a cup on the bike with me as well. I also added a Zero 3D telephone mount, and I'm not crazy about it, never have been. I mean, it does a good job. It holds the phone. It's big, it's bulky. I don't know. It's just something about it that I've never been that crazy about it, but I still have it right there. I still have it. And so that's it. 4 years. We've been on some rides. We go to the Smoky Mountains every year, and for anywhere from 3 to 6 days, we go to the Smoky Mountains. Black Beauty's been on the tail of the dragon probably 4 or 5 times for 4 years. And some of those years, you know, we rode the dragon. We typically ride the dragon from one end to the other and then back. So it may have been on the dragon for as many as 8 times, probably more like 5 or 6, because I'm sure there's been times we just drove through and just kept going. Went on a ride from South Alabama to Natchez, Mississippi, up the Natchez Trace, all the way to Nashville with a friend, then back down. It was during the COVID shutdown, and it wasn't that great of a ride because everything was closed, and we even had a hard time finding something to eat on that trip. But we did that ride with this bike, and then we ride a lot. And I ride right now. It's springtime. And our high temperatures this week are right at about 80 degrees. The humidity has not been high, and so I ride Black Beauty. Today, when I finish shooting this video, I'm headed into the office. It's Wednesday. I'm headed into the office. I will ride Black Beauty. There's no chance of rain today, and so I will ride Black Beauty. And so that's been our experience with that bike. Yeah, I've dropped it. As a matter of fact, I have a video that you could go back and find where on a trip to the Smoky Mountains, I dropped Black Beauty 3 times in one day. It was the weirdest thing. I haven't dropped it since then. That was 3-4 years ago. And I haven't dropped it since then. But that day, I'm not going to go through the scenarios with you, but you could go back and watch that video if you would like to do so. So happy anniversary. That's Gus. I've got Gus hooked up to the tailgate, to the trailer hitch of the truck with his leash, and he is, come here, Gus. Come here, boy. He is, that's as far as you can go, dude. We have new neighbors that have female dogs, and he is going nuts. I've never seen him paw and strut. I mean, stand up straight and paw the ground. And one day he went to their house, and I walked over there to retrieve him, and he was so, I don't know what the right word was. I can't use the word that I'm thinking, but he wouldn't come to me. He wouldn't come to me. He wanted to be over there with them female dogs. So now, except for late at night when he's outside, he's on a leash. And I've taken him for a run twice. We have a golf cart, and I just drive the golf cart and let him run beside me all around the property. And we've done that twice today. And then late at night, his last outing of the night, he goes free because he's black and he's stealth. So we let him go free on his last outing of the night. But anyway, happy anniversary, Black Beauty. A little over 27,000 miles. Still looking good. Oh, the back seat I added, or the seat back I added. And I've had to put a new seat on it since I got it because the stock seat just deteriorated. It's horrible. It was horrible. And that seat right there is not an expensive seat. That's an Amazon.com Japanese seat that I tried another one. I did a video about it, sit down there somewhere. And then I got desperate, and a friend of mine, my brother-in-law, as a matter of fact, had bought this seat and then went and bought a more expensive seat, and he gave me this seat. And I said, well, I'll use it because I'll just use it until. And so that's the seat that I'm using right now. So there we go. Jesus said the thief only comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. He said, I've come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. That's what Jesus said. I want to encourage you today to choose the life that is found in serving Jesus Christ.